What is up, guys? Joey from Ditto Dudes. We're going to be doing something a little different. Those of you that know me and know my channel, I do vendor point of view videos. That is my staple. That is what I enjoy. But I figured that I should just come on my channel and kind of diversify it. So I'm going to be doing trade night point of view videos from now on. I'm going to be doing these little rant videos like Opossum Bud, shout out Opossum Bud, and different types of content just to, I don't know, put out more. So my first video, I want to discuss CGC, and I want to discuss Tag and PSA and Beckett and all these grading companies. So as a vendor, I am constantly doing a show once a week. I've also been traveling for Collecticon. Luckily, I am in New Jersey, so we have that many shows on a weekly basis. Sometimes 2 a week, 1 a week, but I'm always doing shows. And the biggest thing that I noticed is anytime that I have a CGC slab, whether it's a gold star or a CGC 10 like EX era card, like banger of a card, nobody wants it. Nobody even asks about it. Like, it takes forever. They are bricks. Any other vendor will tell you the same thing. The only people that will tell you who move CGC are like whatnot sellers because they partner with them and they just sell garbage slabs, or people that sell them on eBay and then eventually they move on eBay. But with everything that's happened recently with CGC and the playtest scam that went on that literally is millions of dollars worth of people's funds, I think it's the final nail in the coffin for CGC. I don't know how they return from it, especially at least in the Pokemon world, because for the longest, they always had issues. They've had other scams in the past where they authenticated fake shit. They also had in the past where like they gave out CGC Blue Label 9.5s and then they were like, oh, submit them back to us and we'll give you the 10. And then you figure that they would stop giving out CGC 9.5s, but now they still give CGC 9.5s in the black label. So does that mean that later on in the road, they're just gonna basically just say, hey, new labels out, send them in again. Those 9.5s, the black 9.5s, now we're gonna have purple 10s. You'll get the purple 10 now, and we're gonna charge you $5. So I don't know if this place test is the end of them. I would hope so, at least in the TCG community, because this was so much money and it was just unbelievable, to be honest. But PSA reigns king. They reign king. In the market, everyone wants a PSA slab. Everyone wants it. PSA 9, PSA 10, whatever. PSA 1s. People collect PSA because I know that they've had problems in the past, but they're most likely the cleanest out of all grading companies. You have Beckett now that's going on with all this like money laundering through Beckett and grading, and it's just, you look at that and you just think to yourself like, okay, that's another one, like nail in the coffin, like what the hell is going on with them? So PSA will reign king, and their market share is so much higher than everybody else's. But there is an up-and-comer. And I don't know how true they really are and how solid they'll stick around for. But that's tag grading. Now, me personally, I've seen the tag slabs. I haven't held one in person, but they look really clean. And of course, I really like the way that they grade. It takes the human out of it because they do like AI grading. So it's all computerized. Shows a really nice scan of the card and what's wrong with the card. And from what I've noticed, whoever runs tag is throwing a crap ton of money into marketing by getting Mystic Rips involved, getting all these other big influencers in the Pokemon space involved. They're really pushing the marketing. So will that marketing get them to the point where people want to grade with them? Who knows? maybe it does. But I can't see them taking quite the market share away from PSA. And at the end of the day, PSA could always just implement that grading that tag basically does, that computerized AI grading, to take away that human error that so many people complain about with PSA. Oh, this got an 8, but it's clearly a 10. Oh, I resubmitted my 9 and it got a 10. Oh, I resubmit. Like, there's always something with PSA, and trust me, I know I grade with PSA sometimes, and they are so incredibly inconsistent, and it drives me crazy because for me as a vendor, when I send a card in, I'm waiting for that card for maybe a month, 2 months, 3 months. They're so backed up sometimes that by the time I get the card back, I could either lose money or gain money depending on if the card went up and so on and so forth. And especially right now with the market boom. But tag reminds me of AGS grading. AGS grading was another AI grading company that was around for quite some time, and I'm pretty sure they still grade, but they didn't have the financial push in the marketing realm like Tag is doing. And AGS kind of, I mean, I don't want to say they died away. I mean, they still might be grading something, but it's really not that much. But Tag, they're pushing the marketing. I don't know if they'll take over the market share. I know they post things on their stories that like, oh, this tag sale this tag 10 did more than a PSA 10. And I mean, who knows how true that is? Because at the end of the day, like, Tag, the company themselves, can just be show bidding their own things or winning their own auctions, like of cards that people are selling, just to like prove that point. I'm not saying that's what's going on. I'm just speculating because the market reflects PSA so much, and the market share in PSA holds king compared to everybody else. So yeah, I don't know if Tag's gonna make a dent. I would hope that they do, I guess, because somebody needs to replace CGC. Someone needs to replace Beckett. So if it's PSA and Tag, so be it. But then whenever PSA decides to implement some type, that's my dog snoring in the background, by the way. But whenever PSA decides to implement any sort of AI type of grading, it's a wrap for everybody. Every grading company is going to be demolished because if you're worried about the human error that PSA has, but if they eliminate that completely, then there's no more error, and you don't really have to worry about sending in a card and not getting the grade that it deserves with PSA. So I think that they're gonna make some dent, but I just don't know how far it's gonna get them, because also at the end of the day, their marketing plan of pushing it towards influencers and all these other people, obviously they're going to be paying these people out. These people aren't just doing it for free to hundreds of thousands of followers, 20,000 followers, whatever it may be. They have to pay these people. So at the end of the day, when that marketing budget runs out, are they going to be gone like AGS kind of like sailed away? Because I don't see anything about AGS anymore. I actually looked at their Instagram just to see if they were still a thing. But yeah, I don't know. CGC, nail in the coffin, indescribable with everything that happened with them. BGS, money laundering, what the hell is going on there? PSA, if they fix the human error, they're going to still reign king. But right now, the market is PSA. I mean, it's no questions, nothing. Like, by a landslide. And at least for me, when I move cards, that shows everything's PSA. Nobody looks at any other type of grading, whether it's whenever I have Beckett, CGC. I haven't had Tag yet, but I can only imagine it's the same thing. Everyone lives by PSA, and that is the standard. So yeah, that's just my thought. I know this is a little bit of different type of video. I can rant and I can yap all day long, but I'm going to try to keep these videos short. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Is PSA always going to reign king? Do you think Tag is going to be the next up and comer? How do you feel about CGC? How do you feel about Beckett? And yeah, that's pretty much it. hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one, whether it be a vendor point of view, trade night, another rant, whatever it may be, or pack opening. Thanks so much for watching. See ya.